everyone, welcome to Rhyme and Story Time. The word of the week is loss. So, what does loss mean? When you lose someone, they are no longer in your life. Sometimes you might lose a friendship or lose someone when they die. Everyone will experience loss in their lives, and it can be a sad time. Here are some ways that you can deal with losing someone. You can talk to an adult about how you're feeling. You can draw a picture of the person and you doing something you enjoy doing together. Or you can cry. It's alright to cry when you're sad. One loss that you might experience as a child is the loss of a family pet. Let's read The Berenstain Bears Lose a Friend and see how the bear family deals with the loss of a family pet. The Berenstain Bears Lose a Friend by Stan, Jan, and Mike Berenstain. There were pets and there were pets. There were dogs and cats that you can play with and pet. You can train a parakeet to sit on your finger. There were bunnies that you can cuddle. There were adorable little chicks that grow up into big, furious, strutting roosters. Then there are goldfish. Quiet, shy goldfish. You can't play with them, of course. All you can do with goldfish is watch them swim, admire how beautiful and graceful they are, and feed them. That was fine for Sister Bear. She was very fond of Goldie, her goldfish. Goldie wasn't necessarily supposed to be just Sister's pet, but that's how it worked out. The other members of the family were on friendly terms with Goldie, but it was Sister who took care of the little goldfish. Not that Goldie needed all that much care. Sister would feed Goldie twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Sister didn't really expect Goldie to do much except look beautiful and swim gracefully, gently swishing her tail this way and that. So Sister was a little surprised when Goldie came over and sort of said hello when Sister came to feed her. Well, she didn't exactly say hello, but she did bump her nose against the fish bowl when she saw Sister with the fish food shaker. When the food landed on the surface of the water, Goldie would do a little underwater dance, nipping up at the floating fish food. Every morning, Sister would say, "Good morning, Goldie," and shake the fish food in the water. Then Goldie would bump up against the bowl and do her underwater dance, nipping at the food. They did the same thing every evening. Sister made sure to change Goldie's water and clean her bowl every third day. Sister would carefully scoop Goldie out of her bowl with a little cloth scoop and put her in a glass of clean water. Then she would sponge out the bowl, fill it up with clean water, and put Goldie back in her bowl. But Goldie looked so lonely all by herself in her bowl. So Sister went outside and got some colored pebbles from the backyard brook. She brought them into the house, washed them off, and then carefully dropped them into Goldie's bowl. They looked very nice as they settled at the bottom. Goldie seemed to like them. She swam around, exploring them with her nose. The pebbles were white, pink, gray, and lavender. They set off Goldie's orange gold color beautifully. One day, when Mama and Sister stopped at the pet store for fish food, Sister saw a beautiful fishbowl castle. "That castle would be just right for Goldie, Sister," Mama agreed. Goldie seemed very much at home in her pebble-lined bowl and her beautiful new castle. And every morning, Sister would say, "Good morning, Goldie," and Goldie would answer by coming out of her castle and bump her nose against the bowl. Sister would sprinkle the fish food onto the surface of the water, and Goldie would do her underwater dance and nip at the fish food. Then one day, when Sister and brother were at school, all that changed. Mama was straightening the room when she saw it. "Oh dear," she said. "Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear." There was Goldie, floating belly up in her bowl. "Papa, would you please come here for a minute?" cried Mama, sounding upset. Papa saw the problem right away. "What do you think?" asked Mama. "What do I think?" said Papa. "I think Goldie has passed on to the big underwater castle in the sky." Oh my, said Mama. "Sister will be heartbroken." "Yes," said Papa. "Sister's mighty fond of that little fish." "What should we do?" asked Mama. They both thought it over. Said Papa. "I think I have an idea." Why don't I run over to the pet store and get another goldfish? One that looks exactly like Goldie. It shouldn't be too hard. They all look pretty much alike. That way nobody will be the wiser and poor sister won't be crying her eyes out. You know, dear, said Mama, I'm not sure that's such a good idea. For one thing. But Papa was gone. There were lots of goldfish in a big tank at the pet store, and they all looked pretty much alike. That one, said Papa. No, that one. The one next to it. It took a while, but the pet store clerk finally netted a fish that looked for all the world like Goldie. By the time Sister got home from school, the new goldfish looked very much at home, exploring the castle in the pebble-bottomed fishbowl. But that evening, when Sister said, "Good night, Goldie," and began to sprinkle fish food into the water, the fish didn't bump its nose against the bowl. It stayed hidden in the shelter of the castle. Sister didn't think much of it at the time. But when the same thing happened the next morning, Sister began to wonder. She became suspicious. She coaxed the new fish out of the castle and looked at it very closely. Papa and Mama began to get a little nervous. Then suddenly Sister cried, "That's not Goldie! This is a different fish! I can tell because Goldie had a tiny pink spot under her chin and a tiny blue spot under her tail. And this fish doesn't. Where's my Goldie? Where is she?" "Now, dear, I hate to have to tell you this," said Mama, "but while you were at school yesterday, poor Goldie died," and Sister began to cry. "Where is she?" "She's in a safe place, sweetie," said Mama. "But who's this fish?" said Sister. "Well, your father knew how upset you'd be about Goldie, so he thought it might be a good idea if you went to the pet store and got another fish, one that looked like Goldie, and, well, you know." "Yes, I know," said Sister. "Papa tried to fool me, and it's not right to try to fool someone about a thing like this." "Gee, don't be too hard on Papa, sis," said Brother. "He was just thinking of you." "I know," she said. "Here she is," said Mama, handing Sister poor Goldie wrapped in a hanky. "You know, dear," she added, kneeling down and giving Sister a hug, "Goldie lived a happy life. Goldfish aren't meant to live very long. You took very good care of her, and she was a very good fish." "I know," said Sister, wiping her tears. "Can I keep the hanky?" "Yes," said Mama. "You know those boxes that the kitchen matches come in?" asked Sister. "Could you put the matches in something else and let me have the box?" Mama put the matches in something else and gave Sister the box. Sister slipped Goldie into the box and closed it. Then she headed for the back door. Can I come along, sis?" asked Brother. "Sure," said Sister, "and bring a little shovel and one of those waterproof markers." "We'll all come, okay?" said Papa. Sister nodded. So, Sister, Brother, Mama, Papa, and Honey Bear all climbed a small hill behind the treehouse. They found a medium-sized rock. Sister wrote something on the rock. They dug a hole, put the box in the hole, and covered it with dirt. Sister put the rock on the little mound of dirt. They stood up on the hill for a little while, then headed back into the house. Sister got to be good friends with Goldie too, but she never forgot Goldie. Sister Bear was really sad when Goldie died. Mama and Papa tried to help her by getting her a new fish, but she didn't like the new fish. In the end, she learned that she can love the new pet and still love the pet that died. Have you ever lost a pet? When you're riding in the car, have you ever seen a traffic light? Traffic lights tell drivers when to stop, go, and to slow down. They have different colors. Let's sing a song called Twinkle Twinkle Traffic Light and learn the colors. Twinkle, twinkle, traffic light, on the corner shining bright. Red means stop, green means go, yellow means slow down everywhere you go. Twinkle, twinkle, traffic light, on the corner shining bright. We have other song videos on the website. Go check them out. Rhyme or Story Time is over for today. Have you ever lost a loved one? Join us next week when we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Thanks for watching. Bye!